For the first time ever, astronauts on the International Space Station will be able to eat fresh food grown in the microgravity environment of the space station. Expedition 44 crew members, including NASA's one-year astronaut Scott Kelly, are ready to sample the fruits of their labor. They've harvested a crop of red romaine lettuce. The astronauts will be able to clean the leafy greens with a citric acid-based food sanitizing wipe that they've developed, Lewis, before consuming them. They will eat half of the space vegetables and set aside the other half to be packaged, frozen, and sent back to Earth for scientific analysis. NASA is maturing what they call veggie technology on the space station. This is so huge because the future of space travel and of living in space and of getting to faraway places in space is going to, in great part, be impacted by being able to grow food, having a sustainable food source in space. This is a critical part of a potential journey to Mars, where, of course, humans are going to need to start growing food in outer space.
Yeah, this is big. I guess the food they have there now has a certain lifespan, and the food that we use. And so, of course, this is absolutely necessary if we're going to do what we're planning on doing.
And another interesting element of this is that these veggies, the space lettuce, was grown with light from red, blue, and green LEDs. And this is interesting because we've reported on some of these vertical food farms that are very, very much more productive than outdoor farms. In the US, I think there was one in Japan that is really the successful one. There's ideas of these in the US, and those are also using LED technology. And there's a lot of research going on there with regard to growing produce with LED technology. So much here, hugely interesting. I do wonder what space vegetables taste like, Lewis. You think that they're more bland than the vegetables grown on Earth?
I would say probably not. I would say they're probably equally bland, maybe even a little bit better, because just so much of the stuff here is completely flavorless.
Yes, but think for a second about how, in spite of a lot of U.S. vegetables being flavorless, a lot of them are not because they are grown in very enriched soil with all sorts of fertilizer and blah, 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 blah. If you eliminate all of those sorts of flavoring elements to grow vegetables in a more sterile space environment, I could imagine how they could be more bland.
I guess that's possible. But if you are taking the time to control every little detail,
yeah,
despite being in space and despite how difficult it might be, perhaps you could grow some pretty tasty stuff.